Thank you for joining us on Data Cloud Now, where we bring you the latest in all things data in business and industry. I'm Ryan Green, and I'm joined by Phil Kippen, Head of Industry Telecommunications at Snowflake. Phil, such a pleasure to have you on the program today.
Thanks for having me, Ryan. I'm excited.
You know, Phil, I want to start off with big picture. We find ourselves in a very difficult economic environment as it relates to the telecom sector specifically. What unique challenges are companies facing, and what's top of mind for executives?
Well, so 5G is bringing a massive amount of new opportunity to the telecom space, but also its set of challenges. I think if you look across, for instance, deployments, not just the infrastructure cost, right, but the operations that go into that, planning and obviously rolling out 5G services. The cost of that is significant, and it's definitely impacting a telecom service provider's profitability. As well, we've got complex operations, right? So operational complexity in not just deploying the services, right, but more so in managing those services. So the maintenance that goes into the infrastructure, all the operations that as well go into managing that service and the customers over time, super complex. 5G services are much more complex than they ever have been before. And we're seeing that operational complexity impact the telecom service provider market. Also, as well, we're seeing changing expectations. So, you know, we've got subscribers who we're seeing now are asking for more personalized services. And then as well, enterprises who want new services faster, right, to take advantage of 5G. And they're looking to their telecom service providers to do that. And then finally, competition. I think we're seeing a number of new market entrants into the space that are clearly eating into the service provider value chain and impacting their profitability. And certainly it's creating some issues for service providers with respect to new service monetization, and they're struggling to get to market with some of these new services quickly.
You know, Phil, thanks so much to have a baseline on the current environment. I want to dive into a little bit of the details of Snowflake's Telecom Data Cloud launch. You know, how will this launch help fill some of those voids and challenges you just mentioned and provide the resources needed for these companies to be successful in, as you mentioned, a hyper-competitive landscape?
Yeah, so we're bringing three components to market, right? The first one is all about our platform. And that's a single unified platform across all domains and business functions within the telecom service provider environment. And then as well, a single platform across all clouds, right? Abstracting the complexity and independence and different capabilities of the underlying clouds itself. Also secure and private data management, right? And as well, data sharing. And then also elastic performance at scale. And then as well, a unified governance model that will ride across all clouds and make governance much easier. So this is going to help improve operational efficiency. And that's what we're targeting our platform to do. As well, the second thing that we're bringing to market is data and applications. So this isn't just a marketplace for service providers to go and utilize data and applications. We have that today with the Snowflake marketplace. And we are bringing new telecom-specific data and applications to that marketplace. But we're also helping telecom service providers create a new marketplace where they can monetize their data and applications. And then the third component that we're bringing is in our ecosystem solutions. So we're working with partners across the industry to bring new solutions for collaboration, data sharing, leveraging data internally across organizations, but also monetizing data. So, you know, bringing new solutions to service providers that they can then use to monetize and drive additional revenue across their enterprise space. So all of this is really going to lead to much more efficient data collaboration, modernizing of the network, and then certainly giving telecom service providers the ability to monetize their data.
You know, I think you're mentioning a really important point here, Phil. And given we're in such a tough economic environment, you know, every dollar is important. How will this help companies, you know, using Snowflake modernize and maximize those operational efficiency? And what new business opportunities does this open up for them?
Yeah, it's a great question, right? I mean, because that's what more telecom service providers are asking of us. And I think we look at it in two frames. The first frame is the services, right? So it's the monetization of new services that are going to help our service providers grow their revenue. We're doing that, as I mentioned, with our solutions and our ecosystem partners. So that's going to create new opportunities for our telecom service providers to help their enterprise customers, you know, deploy and manage data across IoT, AR, VR, a number of different industries. So data solutions is the first area. The second area is really monetizing the data and applications. I mentioned the marketplace, right? So giving them a new revenue stream, and bringing in additional revenue on data and applications, over and above what they're currently doing today, is super important, and it's going to have a significant impact. And then elevating the customer experience. This is something that we're focusing very closely on, right? And it's all about the personal experience with subscribers, but it's also about that automated experience with enterprise customers to go and help telecom service providers deliver new services to their enterprise customers quickly. And in some cases, services make offers that for instance, the enterprise customer doesn't necessarily know that they need, but has a real business impact on what they're currently deploying in their market. And then operations really is the second frame, right? So with operations, we're talking about making decisions faster. Data collaboration is going to enable that. And then as well, that helps to streamline operations and operational efficiencies, right? So all of those things that we're doing within operations in our platform, as well, bringing data collaboration into the service provider domain, and so that they can make decisions faster, and certainly bring new services to market much quicker.
Phil, so great to hear the top line benefits that this will bring. Now I want to talk about the launch itself. I noticed that the launch isn't happening at a Snowflake hosted event, but instead at a third party venue, Mobile World Congress. How is Snowflake showing up in Barcelona this year, and how big of a splash is it going to be?
So first of all, it's going to be an exciting event. We're building up a lot for it, and so are our partners, and certainly our customers and other telecom service providers. It's definitely going to be an exciting event. I think if you look at why we chose this event, hundreds of global service providers attending, right? And 80,000 of the best and brightest in the industry. I mean, I couldn't think of a better place to actually tell this story. But most importantly, collaborate with our partners and with our customers and showcase all the great stuff that we're doing at the event. Again, I'm really excited about it, and looking forward to it.
Phil, thank you so much. We're all excited to see the takeaways out of Barcelona, but now I want to look towards the future. As you look over the next 6 months to year, what excites you most about this launch?
So certainly everything that we're doing with our customers today around 5G. And I think, looking toward the future, what really excites me, right, is how we're going to take all of that work that we're doing with our customers and all the experience that we have and that we're working on together, and then move that towards moving our platform into 6G, right, and helping enable AI and other capabilities for our telecom service providers. I think that's what's most exciting. It's really everything that we're doing today combined with what we're going to do tomorrow to help enable 6G, AI, and data.
Phil, great to hear how Snowflake is showing up and living true to its value of always putting the customer first. I have to ask, though, how can the audience learn more?
Visit us at snowflake.com and swing by the booth. We're happy to tell you about all the amazing things that we're doing at the event.
Phil, such a pleasure. For the audience, you heard it here first. Show up to Barcelona at Mobile World Congress. Stop by the Snowflake booth. And if you have any other additional questions, don't worry. I've included all the information in the description below. I'm Ryan Green with Data Cloud Now. We'll see you soon.